Yes, we are live. So we are here. Last Morphin Metacast of the year. How's it going, Prime? How's your holidays going? Are you in the holiday
Uh,
spirit?
Guten Tag, mein Dude, and Konnichiwa, mein Fräuleins, and happy holidays to you, brosif. Pimps, let
So
me tell you something. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
is it because you're about to hit people with the "I told you so's"? Like you
Uh,
like
you know, I wasn't gonna go that far just yet, but I appreciate you, big dog.
look. I appreciate the fact that you literally hit. Prime is literally like the emperor, and I'm Anakin coming to the dark side because it's like I've realized like over the past 4 or 5 episodes, I'm like, did I just get emboldened and radicalized by Prime? I think I did. I feel I did.
I'm, I feel like I'm a bad influence. I really do, and
the
I'm so
radical
proud of myself.
the radicalization is understandable because it's just like it's like how they tell you don't look up to your role models.
Nigga, listen,
It's not like I look
listen.
up to Hasbro, but it's like you have I have the optimism and hope that something happens, and it's just Hasbro just looked at me like, "Why did you believe in us? Why?"
I mean, every single fucking time. And what really gets me, what really boils my goddamn potato, is that I was right for so many years, and I would have to like argue with people, calling me a naysayer, calling me this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, I'm not an uneducated man. I don't just say random ass sensational ass shit just
Prime
to
is
say
very
sensational
educated.
ass shit.
Prime is very educated,
Like
very.
when I make statements, I make it in from a place of informed observation and from precedent and prior fucking experience. I don't just talk out of my ass to be talking out of my goddamn ass. You know what I'm saying?
And I realize Prime isn't saying this to dim our hope or anything because it's just when you've been around the block so many times, you're just like, nope, I already know what the deal is. Nope,
And
already
look,
see it. Already see it.
and if it came out like I was coming out as pessimistic, I apologize because that was never my intent. I was
Yeah,
just trying to warn niggas. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
look, y'all, look, guys, let's rein that shit in.
We seen data. All right.
Like, because we've been in these streets, and I know things, and I've seen things that I can't take back away. So
Yeah, and seeing how Hasbro, they laid off folks. This is like last month they laid off since the last episode we did on Ultraman. Actually, it was like the following week after we recorded the Ultraman podcast where Hasbro announced, hey, they laid off folks, and people are saying, well, it's because of X, Y, and Z. It's like, no, it's because their QA, as we've said on this episode multiple times, has been ass. And it just makes people be like, nah, I'm not spending 20, 22, $25 on your product because your QA is trash.
see, and that's also my thing. Not only is the QA trash, but I was talking to my boy Sean, and we go back and forth on this because we both agree that at the end of the day, toys should be affordable for children
Mm-hmm.
and they should be accessible. And it really feels like Hasbro is actively trying to not make that the case. And when you say something, they kind of just throw their hands up and go, "Oh no, we're for the children. We're for the children." My nigga, what child is about to drop 200 to 500 fucking dollars on a Hashland project? Go fuck yourself. Be
Look,
be
look, look,
fucking
look.
for real.
There's a reason why Bandai Japan has been successful in the toy business because I think we said this plenty of times. Bandai knows there's a line they can't cross when it comes to toy sales.
They don't price children out the fucking market.
Because
That's
you know
one of
what they
those
do? Because you know what it is? It's the complete selection modification line and the other those kind of lines that they're like, all right, we'll put out the DX toys for kids, but we have this other line for adult toy collectors that's limited, and it basically makes it to where people want to buy it.
they have toys that children can buy with their pocket change. They have the soft vinyls, or
Hmm.
they have like the basic fucking deluxes that they can buy with their allowance.
Yeah, the
And they
DX.
go, oh, if you want something more detailed, here's an Ace Age Fig Arts, or here's whatever other
Hmm.
collector line they're doing.
So it's a
Like they
balance.
have different entry points. And what's fucking infuriating to me, pardon my French, y'all. I know it's the holiday seasons, but excuse moi. But what is infuriating to me is that Hasbro used to understand this,
Hmm.
and what I take it back. they still kind of understand it. It's just that the pricing is all out of whack with the scaling and shit. So like
Mhm,
right now in Transformers, uh,
mhm.
excuse me, I'm about to take you out of church. So back in the day,
It's all
what Hasbro
relative.
would do, right? It's a season for it, right? So back in the day, Hasbro realized like your most popular characters, they had to exist at various price points because you me the deluxe Optimus Prime, but like I still want an Optimus Prime. So maybe I can get like a little Micromaster one. Or maybe I can get like a mid-range one that can cost me anywhere from like what was the price back then? Like $8 to $12.
Yeah,
Now for those little itty bitty like not itty bitty, but those really small basic deluxe figures, they like come single carded that you could probably like put next to a Hot Wheel. I
yeah,
forget what the line is called, like, but what I'm talking about, the like really smaller Transformers.
yeah.
Um, them shits used to be like nowhere from like $8 to $10. Now them some bitches is $16. Bro, what the fuck?
And that's why I said Bandai Japan. They have a balance. They know they have adult collectors, but they also know they gotta get them kids money too. And it's weird that American companies haven't like put two and two together, and they're still trying to do this thing where they're trying to like eke as much as they can and be cheap about it. It's like that's not going to work. Like I'm sorry, like I, it baffles me, but it should be baffling because that's capitalism in this country.
One on one. And what gets me is that if you say something, motherfuckers on Twitter act like you just kicked your goddamn cat. Like, how dare you say something negative about Hasbro, who just laid off 800 people at the beginning of the year? Then they just laid off 1,100 people 2 weeks before Christmas. How dare you speak ill of this company who just successfully funded a Hashland project, reaching their hands into our pockets to get a product made that they could easily
Oh,
just fund for themselves. Then I want to announce another project after the Friday where they just laid off a bunch of motherfuckers.
oh,
And
oh.
what fucking gets me, CJ, what gets me is that we're hearing that the people who were laid off from Hasbro 2 weeks
Mhm,
before Christmas,
mhm,
taking food off the plates of children, mind you.
mhm.
Let's just call a spade a spade. That's what just
It
literally
is.
fucking happened.
It is.
Taking food off the plates of children 2 weeks before fucking Christmas. They announced a partnership with McFarlane Toys, right? To produce a line on McFarlane for their what's it called? Their Page Punchers line. It's that little small line they do that's like two figures in a pack that
The
comes with
amount of people prime that were excited, and I was like, hold on, let me look up what this is. And I was like, this isn't really moving the needle for Power Rangers, guys. I hope you know that, right? This is no, we're not getting McFarlane brand Power Ranger toys. We're getting like basically, I can't even say it's the
I don't
bare
want to say
minimum.
Dollar General, but like it's like basically like basic GI Joe type kind of figures.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
so they announced a licensing deal with one of their competitors. Need I remind you, someone they're competing
McFarlane
in the market
brand,
against.
who, if you know the story, McFarlane literally looked at Hasbro and them and said, "Go fuck yourself. I want to make my own toy brand."
If you know your history, it fucking
If you know
exactly.
your history, it's hey, look, hey, shout out to McFarlane. He believed in himself and he got what he got.
They announced that bullshit. And now every single one of their IPs, their official web pages, goes back to just the standard Hasbro shop website, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the people they laid off, we're hearing now that a lot of the majority of it is coming from the Magic the Gathering and D&D line.
Oh,
Two of their successful fucking brands that's
mhm.
making money for the company. So you mean to fucking tell me that the people who are helping keep your goddamn lights on, the people who are making your fucking company solvent, the people who are successful in what they're
Mhm.
doing, you fire them? You fired them. So it tells me, like, it feels like to me that the morale there at the Hasbro headquarters in Nantucket, was it Pawtucket? Anyway,
Pawtucket.
Pawtucket. Their fucking morale has to be absolute shit. So that means like I can do well and still, catch the axe. And then on top of that, after they just snatched food off of children's plates 2 weeks before Christmas, no, I'm not letting that go. They announced that they're looking into doing fucking AI for art after they just fired a bunch of fucking artists. When I tell you Hasbro can go fuck themselves, I mean that down to my dirty
Oh, oh,
fucking
oh.
draw. they can go straight to hell.
And also on top of that, they did a limited re-release of all their previous HasLab projects too.
Yeah, they said to make them available to other customers. Here's a fucking
Them
idea.
shit
Why
sold
don't
out
you
like
make
hotcakes.
why don't you make those people's jobs available to me? And that's fucking disgusts me because that's what fucking kills me. So when this shit happened, right? I saw a lot of motherfuckers going like, "Well, you gotta be positive because that's just the way it is. That just just happens."
Bro, that's not how it
I'm just
is. It's
like,
not, like no,
just
no.
because all right, so I guess it's okay that people lose their jobs who are again and they are successful making money, the company money, while the fucking CEO who last year brought in what was it 9.5 million 9.4
Mhm,
million fucking dollars
mhm.
doing absolutely fucking nothing but being a little shit snack. And I swear, you people want to tell me that irony is not an observable force in the universe. This fucking dickhead is named Chris Cox. You you can't. If I turn this in the screenplay and script writing class, the fucking teacher be like, "Nah, man, that's too on the nose, dog. You can't do that." I'm like, that's too much. You scale it back, man. Scale it back.
Bruh, Mad Chocolate nailed it when it comes to Japan, Bandai Japan. You mean to tell me those kids don't have to chip in and hope the thing they like gets enough funding for corporate? Bruh. But again,
Listen,
it's
listen,
options. Bandai
listen.
Japan gives you options. Like, all right, you want this toy that you saw on the Kamen Rider show? Bet you can go to the store and get it right now. That's
And that's
it.
not to say, that we're gonna Bandai isn't all positive, no
Oh
negative,
no, no,
because they
no.
just announced that your fucking secondary rider, their belt isn't a separate belt, is an attachment to the main rider's belt, and that shit's a premium Bandai exclusive. Are you fucking shitting me right now, dog? Are you fucking
Again,
fucking
folks,
for real right now?
me and Prime are this is how again we talked at length of how like Bandai do so great, and then it's the premium Bandai stuff. You're sitting back like, God damn it, why? What do
Like
you
like the choices they fucking make, even when they do shit. Because I think we talked about this a lot with fucking figure arts.
Yeah,
So there'd be like a writer or a character that appears in like one episode or one movie.
yeah,
They get a fucking retail release. But you mean to tell me the pink and yellow ranger who appears in every single fucking episode, they're
premium
fucking
Bandai.
exclusive? Like, you shitting me right now, dog?
Yeah,
You
that's
fucking
that.
for real right
See,
now?
see that's why I tell people it's like we're fair. It's not to say we're not one of those weebs that be like, oh, Japan is perfect. No, fuck no. Premium Bandai is
Hell
pitch
no.
perfect. It's pitch perfect. The poster child of of where Japan fucks up at times when it comes to toys and stuff. It's like Premium Bandai, of course. Why not?
And look, my thing is like you are allowed to be critical of the things that you like. If you're all this fucking fake ass fall positivity,
This
you
shit here,
are
this
full of
shit here,
bullshit.
this shit here. Habitual
Habitually
line,
line steppers. They
bruh.
fucking are. Bandai be on that bullshit. Do you get those fucking emails that I get when they're like, "Hey, notice you were looking at this. The pre-order runs out in a couple of hours. You
Yeah,
wanna go on in and get it?"
I bought the Gundam Maxter because of that, because I was gonna get it on Thanksgiving and it sold out. And I was like, well, I'll get it later. And then boom, I get the email, hey, Gundam Maxter is back on pre-order. And I was like, okay, cool, I'll get it. You know, still need to get
Right.
that
So
Gundam Rose. But you know,
right,
I'll
right.
get the Maxter though. Again, it's the gift and the curse of premium Bandai. It's like you're doing good, and then damn, why'd you kneecap yourself, Bandai? Why'd you do that? Why? So you know, it is what it is. But Prime, let's bring some positivity to the mix here. Yeah, so I guess this is confirmed that Discotech is the Metal Hero haven for all Blu-ray releases.
Doing the absolute Lord's work.
I saw a lot of people when I posted this say, "So we're gonna get Jurai, right? We're gonna get that." I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's gonna happen at this
Not
point.
before Shider. So my question is, Discotech, they released they did Just Beyond 2, right? Was that them?
Yeah, they did Just Beyond, and they did Space Sheriff
Gavin.
Gavin. Yep.
All right. So they're doing Charavan next. So are they going to go in chronological order? Are they going to skip around? Because if you're going to skip around, I got a couple of shows I want you to skip the line,
Because
brother.
after Sheriff, it was Scheider, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they probably do Scheider, and
Which
then
is dope.
I'm just like, yo, when we gonna get B Fighter though?
So where's my list?
Prime got a list. Me, I'm just like everybody. There's like three people that literally commented on when I posted this. Like, so we're gonna get Jiraiya, right? And I was like, oh, so there's a Jiraiya fan base. Okay, shit.
All right. So we got to get Scheider,
Mhm.
Spellbond, Meddler, then Jiraiya.
Ooh, ooh. So that's three. I think that could happen. I think that could happen.
We can happen. We can make it happen. So that just says to me that the Just Beyond set and the Gavin set must have sold really well.
I mean, not to shit on Shout Factory, but like Discotheque is like, yo, we're going to give you. Because look, I got all the Kamen Rider stuff, Black and Black RX, and I got Just Beyond. I still need to get Gavin. Them extras, it's fun to watch. Just the behind, the interviews and stuff. Those are the things that I think people were wanting out of the Shout Factory releases.
And you know what? I can't really shit too hard on Shout Factory because a lot of that also has to deal with them dealing with Hasbro and Toei, Johnny Toei. They're not
Yeah, yeah.
the funnest companies to deal with at the moment.
Yeah, but I mean, even with the other Kamen Rider releases, I would have figured there would at least been some interviews or something, At
Man,
least,
look, look. I was thankful those sets had the movies, man. I'm not trying to be too fucking greedy.
Yeah, I mean, and again, this is what happens when Discotheque spoils the shit out of you. You're just like, damn it, Shout Factory. Just like, damn it. You just wish.
What are we doing here?
Yeah, it's like you said, it's like you can't be mad, but it's like, look, I see Sherivan, I'm like, yes, I will get this because thank you,
Oh,
Discotheque. Thank you.
it's already going to be pre-ordered, baby.
Oh yeah, yeah. Trust me, it's there. Um, Speaking of premium Bandai, this is happening. CSM for Dark Kivot belt. Don't
Very
know the
nice.
price
Very
yet,
nice.
but it's very nice, very beautiful.
It should be within the 150 to 200 range, shouldn't it?
Yeah, normally a lot of Kamen Rider
Much.
ones are like 150, 200 and
'Cause I
stuff. I
think
think no
wasn't
five.
regular Kiva.
Yeah, regular Kiva was 160. I
Yeah,
think the only ones that are really expensive is the Fives belts because they come with like the sword
the
and all.
suitcase and all that shit. Yeah,
Yeah, so those are the only ones that cost like was it 300, damn near
yeah.
350.
No, I thought this shit was like oh, and the Rider One, their belt was like 500, but that's just because
Bruh.
Rider One
I
you
mean,
can switch
yeah,
from Ichigo to Nigo, and it had like the cloth goods and shit, and that really dope ass display case.
uh, yeah. So, but yeah, this is happening. They don't have a price yet, but like I said, it'll probably be in the 150 range, which is pretty good. Um, but also we got a new Super Sentai announcement.
Family,
Boom,
family.
boom. Look, family.
So, like, are we gonna like talk about the controversy, or is that even coasting at the moment? Because like, we've all
I
seen
get
the suit now. Who
I,
cares?
I get Speed
I
Racer
mean,
vibes off this cover though. I really do. It's like Speed
I mean,
Racer.
I'm not gonna lie, man. It's one of the hardest posters they've ever dropped for a Sentai. Like, full real
You,
for
I
real.
mean, you said family. I mean, Vin Diesel is probably at home blushing, seeing this poster right now. Like,
I'm
why
pretty
the
sure
hell did I? Why did I
Vin
not
Diesel
think of
has
this?
Vin Diesel has some other issues to work out right now, so we're just gonna leave that on the table right there.
I know that, but I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure he's sitting back like, why did we not have everybody in suits? Damn it!
Nah, big dog. I think he too busy worrying about something else right now.
I didn't want to bring that up.
I
The
don't
alleged,
think he.
yeah, the
I
alleged
don't,
allegations.
allegedly, I don't think he's too worried about Super Sentai right now, big dog.
But nah, you ain't lying. Like it was definitely different. I saw a lot of folks that somebody had posted, oh, people were saying this is better than the Cosmic Fury suits, and I'm like, I
Yes,
mean,
yes, they are.
when
Yes,
you
they
like,
100% are. Yes, they are. It's here, and that's the thing because one, it's actually coherent with their theme. It aesthetically matches and blends in well together. Like I can see what they're going for. Those are racing suits, and it follows the motif
F1
perfectly.
suits esque.
Right, right, and they're getting toys made. So go fuck yourself.
Yeah, this is like this. Wouldn't this be like the fourth or fifth car themed season?
What we had Turbo Ranger,
Yeah, Turbo
Car Ranger,
Ranger, Car Ranger,
Go
Go On.
Onger. You wanna count Kira Major, Gym Cars? You want to technically count them on a
Maybe,
technicality?
maybe.
Sure. Am I
So
missing? Am
yeah,
I missing anybody?
so this will be the fifth one. Technically, yeah, fourth or fifth one, depending on how you look at it. Either which way, car themes are interesting more than anything else because, like I said, Go Andrew gave us Herbie in Japan form. Basically, that's how I see it. Talking vehicles and stuff. So sentient vehicles. So
I mean, you right. It is Goat Ohranger. You right. You right.
then
You right.
you have Car Ranger, which was the comedic fun season.
Based Ranger, you mean?
Yeah, Base Ranger. I still need to actually, you know what, Car Ranger, not Car Ranger, Turbo Ranger is the one series I need to watch. I
You
don't know if
you
did you ever watch it? Oh, I was saying, did you watch Turbo Ranger?
not yet, but I do have the DVD, and you can watch it now on Tubi.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I need to watch it and stuff. But yeah, I mean, look, you can't go wrong with car themes. So I'm curious on the mecha and the weapons and the and everything that comes with this. Who's the villains? Like, what is it like? Look, if it's Japan's take on Fast and Furious with Power Rangers, I'd be for it.
I mean, I'm fucking digging that car in the back, bro. Like that shit is doing things for me.
Look, it has a very Starsky and Hutch vibe.
Let's fucking go. If we get like actual Sentai street races, and I saw somebody said,
Don't do this prior to stream racing.
I saw
Sentai,
somebody said, I
man.
saw somebody said they really hope that the other car Sentais get to join in. And I was like, you know what, bro? If we got all the fucking dinosaur Sentais together for that one movie, we can
Might
get
as
a
well.
Sentai Grand Prix. We can get that
Might
shit going off. We can pop
hey,
off.
hey, just give me a special episode, team up episode, or a movie of it being like a race thing and
I'm
stuff,
saying.
and they're fighting monsters while they're man.
I'm saying you give me Racky races with Super Sentai, man. Let's fucking go.
um, yeah, fuck, it's more for Metacast. It's all Toku. Did you see that Godzilla versus Kong New Empire trailer?
Yes, I did. And I saw the trailer right after I had just gotten out of Godzilla -1. And
Great movie, folks. You need to go to the theaters and see it. It's
fucking
great. It's great.
phenomenal. And seeing that after watching that movie was like eating the McDonald's cheeseburger after eating the prime rib. You know, it's like, it's kind of a jarring snapback there, but okay.
I mean, look. I saw Godzilla and Kong running together. I was like, let's fucking go.
I mean, I'm
Go.
gonna see the fucking movie to watch Godzilla kick a whole country of monkey ass. Let's fucking go.
Me and Sue were talking about this. It was this thing of like, so Kong has evil relatives and he has to team up with Godzilla to kick his cousin's ass. All right, cool. Let's
All
go.
I'm saying is Godzilla gonna hop up on shore and go, "Hello, monkeys," and start atomic blasting people. I'm here. Let's go.
Purple atomic blast, because I saw that shit. I was like, oh, okay then. All right.
Landry, you ain't right for that shit, bro. You so fucking wrong for that shit, dog.
Oh, so somebody brought this up. They said they heard from other podcasts that Turbo Ranger was the ninja level trash. Now, were people really hating on the ninja like that? Because maybe you
Bro,
might know.
folks do not like the ninja, dog.
What was it? What
Like
was about it? Because I only saw
not
like
like the ninja.
I saw a handful of episodes, but I didn't like watch the series fully and stuff. What was it about Ninja that people weren't digging?
It's
Was it just
kind
the
of
writing?
ambly, and it doesn't really have a lot of. Yeah, it's pretty much the writing. It didn't have a lot of focus.
Hmm.
It's just kind of like I would describe a lot of it as kind of like just going through the motions. A lot of cases. Just kind of you know,
Huh. Hmm. Yeah, that's
kind of sad. Now I've
kind
heard
of
Turbo
bad.
Range is actually pretty good, so I'm kind of curious to see like what.
Yeah, what the
Okay,
deal is. Yeah, what the deal is with it, because that's like, interesting. But yeah, folks, Godzilla -1. Yeah, go see it. I told Sue this, like the enjoyable aspect for me of -1 was like how it focused on like regular people, former soldiers and all that stuff versus the typical Godzilla movie where they focus on the scientists and all that stuff. And I thought that perspective made it really good from that angle more than anything
right.
else.
Right. And did you see all those fucking weirdos who was like, "Oh, Godzilla Might as Well was great because it didn't have a message." I'm like, are y'all fucking dumb?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! It had a message. What are you talking about?
Like what? First of all, CJ. it's a Godzilla movie, right? So the bare minimum for entry is it's anti-nuclear war. Like that's the baseline of to admission, bro. Like, come on, dog.
See, you know what that is, Prime. Those are people. Again, I'm not a gatekeeper. Those are people that just new to Godzilla fandom because it's like my dude, like Godzilla always all his movies have a message in some way,
You
shape, or
know
form.
what,
What are you
bro?
talking about? Like,
You know what, bro? The older I get, the more I'm like, maybe those gates were there for a reason.
thank you. It's like, dude, it's literally like the equivalent of a guy that's like, stop putting politics in my comics. I'm like, my dude, politics have been in comics since like boomer era of comics. What are you talking about? Like,
Listen, listen.
cap punch, pap cut, yeah, Captain America punched Hitler on the front cover. I think. Come on, like, what are we talking about
I'm
here?
going to say the first issue of Superman, he was beating up a domestic abuser. Like, come on, bro.
So it's
What are
like
we what
so
are we doing here?
when people sit there and say that about Godzilla, like, I don't want messages in Godzilla. I'm like,
Godzilla is just a stupid monster fight movie, bro. Bro. I mean, I know media literacy is on life support right now, but come the fuck on, man.
It's like people say take my politics out of Gundam. I'm like, bro, politics are in Gundam from day one. Like, what are you talking about?
This is why I can't wait to hear the discourse around the live action Gundam movie. Oh wait, did I say I can't wait? I mean, I'm gonna deactivate all my accounts and go into the woods somewhere. That's what
I
I meant to
mean,
say.
you know what? I was waiting for it with JoJo Stone Ocean. Tell you that much.
Well, that just proves how fuck Netflix did it because no one was talking about Stone Ocean.
So maybe splitting it in three parts was a smart choice.
For my goddamn sanity, you know what? You right. You absolutely right, my guy.
Folks, you gotta understand, Prime, when they announced Stone Ocean was coming to Netflix, he was like, oh man, I can't wait to see the discourse for the ending of that. And I was like, oh boy, here
Not
we go. And then they said they were
not
releasing the
just
parts, and I was like, oh, well, never mind.
right. I'm safe. My sanity. The one good thing Netflix has done for me. I appreciate it. Thank you.
They put that final part 3 out, and I was like, huh, not a whisper, nothing. Just
And I knew I was not gonna be in for anything when I saw absolutely zero discourse around Foo Fighters. I was like, oh what? We're not
huh,
talking about Foo Fighters? Oh,
well.
all right. All right. Bring on the clan episode. Bring on the KKK. Let's go.
Oh man, I will say this before we get into Ohranger, 2023 was definitely a interesting year in Toku fandom.
I was just gonna
Um,
say now, hold on, man. Before we talk about that, we gotta
mhm.
mention a couple of other things going on.
Oh, oh,
So
oh, oh, oh. What did I
the
miss?
new Ultraman has been trademarked and it's going to be Ultraman Arc.
Really? Already? Even with Blazar still going?
Blazar's in its last stretch, and this movie comes out, and I want to say February or
Yeah, they
March.
put out the trailer, so yeah, I think it's February, late February.
So speaking of that, so God bless Blazer for having all these new original monsters because I
Mhm.
think this is the highest count we've had in a long while of brand new monsters with no returning.
I know.
But the last fucking episode had Red King, and that to me just smacks of Bandai going, "All right, you niggas had your fun. We got soft vinyls to sell, motherfucker.
Go ahead and get the party going. Red
Go,
King, let's go.
go and sprinkle some Red King on them real quick." Which is good, which is good. So I can't wait to do a Blazer recap because I have a lot of complicated emotions about Blazar. But
You and a lot of other people. That's crazy.
it's wild, it's wild, it's wild, it's wild. And I guess we could save talking about the first official female secondary writer in Gachard. Now I've seen people say the name a lot of different ways. Like, what have you seen it? Is it
Um,
Maya?
hold on,
What's the romanization? What are we supposed to call her?
let me look it up. Hold up. Let me see. I'm trying to look it up real quick. Hold up, there it is. So she is so. Could you have Kamen Rider Dread, right?
Yeah, that's their. Well, he's not the secondary. He's just a villain.
Majade. That's what I said. Just
Majority. Oh,
Majada. That's how
I'll,
I say
I'll,
it.
I'm gonna say I'll roll with you until I hear otherwise.
Yeah, yeah. Until we hear otherwise, it's like Majada. Yeah, I guess.
Right. So Majadi is a secondary, and that's what I said earlier about how her belt's not a separate belt; it's an attachment, and it's a fucking premium Bandai exclusive, and that's
Mhm.
fine. And I think it's really dope that she's the first officially recognized female secondary rider, because fuck you, Bandai. That's tackle. Like, you can kiss my ass. She walk like a duck. She talk like a duck. I'm gonna call her a fucking duck. How dare you?
I mean, here's the thing. It when it comes to female riders, most people they go straight to not tackle. Unfortunately, even though you're right, it should be tackle. But old girl from Kamen Rider, fuck the shit from Dragon Knight. Damn it, I'm
Oh,
like,
Fem.
yeah, they usually count
She was a
her.
movie writer. She's a movie
Yeah, but
writer.
they technically
No, but
count her.
she's not a secondary. They're talking about, like, this is like Ichigo Nigo. This is like Kabuto Gatak. This is like, she is the secondary, the second lead, the second camera rider of the show.
Okay, yeah, but I mean, it's actually pretty interesting on that end with that.
I
So we'll
mean,
see what happens with
dope
people.
looking suit. She's serving cunt, as the kids on Twitter say nowadays. Am I allowed to say that? Can I say that? Is that
I
allowed?
mean, you are allowed to say it. You know what? I thought Kamen Legend was going to be the secondary rider. To be honest,
No, he's just for specials and shit. Now I think he's gonna come back. He's just for like the 2-episode YouTube thing they did, which is pretty fucking funny.
yeah,
If you haven't watched it yet, I recommend you watch it. And he's coming back, and I don't know if it's gonna be on the show or if he's getting another special 2 episodes. So we'll have to see.
I'm just worried how many fight scenes she's going to get with those heels. You know,
Well, you know what? If heels were good for Ichigo, heels are good for her.
yeah, yeah. Hey, look, I am. You know what? It's kind of interesting because, like I said, even with that, like when you look at Super Sentai, right? Like we talk about female reds and leaders and stuff. You know, out what was it? We only have like what total of what 2 female reds?
In Sentai,
Yeah, Sentai isn't it like 2.
yeah, we got Princess Hime,
Yeah,
and we
Princess Hime.
got.
I'm trying to think. I could have sworn there was another one.
Not talking like color swaps, right?
I mean, technically, I guess you could say color swaps, but I think
You
Princess
want
Hime.
if you want if you want to count color swipes, then you're gonna count Gokaiger and Tokyujers.
Yeah, probably. I guess you could say, but I mean, I guess officially it probably is Princess Hime. That's about it.
That's about it.
So yeah,
And I
but
mean, yeah. I mean,
yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
like,
yeah, I mean, because I think even yeah, because like I said, but like you were mentioning, like when it comes to secondary writers for female common writers, I think this is probably like the first time it's like an official.
well, they're officially recognizing her. And again,
Yeah.
fuck you. It should be tackled. How dare y'all? How dare you?
I
How
mean,
dare you
if
all?
you look at tackle, like you said, if it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it is a duck.
I'm,
So
I'm calling that motherfucker a duck. I'm sorry. You can call me sexist. You can call me misogynist. You can call me a contrarian, but you can kiss my black ass.
yeah, you're right. You're right. But I'm glad because Gotcha is up to episode 11, I think, or 12.
I think we're on 15 or 14 now, aren't we?
Might be 14. I
Hold
don't
on,
know.
I can.
I was waiting till it hits 15 before I actually started watching it in an official
My brother
capacity.
in Christ, we are on 15. You are good to go.
Okay, cool. So I guess I can jump on and start watching it then. Cool.
Your mileage may vary, and I'll be interested to hear what your thoughts are.
Yeah, I definitely need to dip in on that and stuff.
Now, I didn't mean to cut you off. Now, what were you about to say?
I was trying to think of something. It was something else that happened too. Well, other than I think we mentioned in the last episode of D Sword Vega, but they finally made a big time official announcement, like like last week in it, and I'm like, I mean, that's cool. I'm still I'm still laughing at like when I saw the pre-order price, and I was like, tempting, but I don't need it. No.
Bandai's actively at war with my wallet right now.
Tokulectables got a payment plan of $45, and I'm like, no, I'm good. No, no, nope, not doing this. No, baby Jesus, you are not doing this to me. We are not. Don't need it. Don't need it. But like I said, that's what happens when you're an adult and you pick up on all these things. Just gotta weigh your options.
Mm-hmm.
So So, trying to think. Okay, like cut out. Thought I cut out for a minute. Um, 15 episodes and people are still dragging my boy Hotaro on the TL. Kid can't catch.
I'm saying, look, I saw when the show was going on, I saw like a lot of people in their feelings thinking like he's in the wrong about his
Yeah.
stance, and
Mhm.
I disagree. I don't think he's wrong. I think he's naive, and I think that's not a bug, it's a feature of the show. Um
I
we'll
mean,
talk about that. I don't we'll talk
yeah,
about that.
yeah,
We'll talk
yeah,
about
yeah, 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 yeah. We get. But anyways, we're here to talk about Chouriki Sentai Ohranger. As you know, here in America, Power Rangers Zeo. Um, but Ohranger, I think one of the things that I admired about the show is how like, see, I don't want to say dark because I hate the fact that word has gotten so kind of like thrown around so much. So I won't say dark.
I mean, but that'd be a fair assessment because I think that was like the plan when they were in the stages for, because
Yeah,
they wanted this to be kind of a more serious anniversary series. Um, that was the initial plan.
yeah. I mean,
um,
it is put this way. It's one of the things that Sentai that I always love is that when they have a show like we talk about like Car Ranger. Car Ranger is a comedic show, and it knows it is, and it keeps that right. But even when you get something that is serious like O Ranger, even when it gets goofy, it still works. You never feel
right,
like it takes away from the show. It's like no, when it gets goofy, like there's an episode where the water monster is tapped into the health industry and stuff, and everybody's like trying to get healthy and stuff and all that. Like it's goofy, but it still works.
right, and I feel like because we talk about this a lot, like one of the reasons why we feel like a lot of these shows work is that it has fun. It doesn't make fun of itself. It's not self-referential. It doesn't.
Mhm.
It takes itself. It doesn't take itself too seriously because when it needs to get serious, it gets serious. When it wants to be light and fun, it can be light and fun. And so it's able to bounce back and forth with those tones. A lot of them effortlessly.
Yeah,
Like, and so what's the word I'm looking for? Verisimilitude. That's what I'm looking for.
yeah.
You're able to believe the world exists because our world isn't all dark and our world also isn't all light. So we're able to inhabit and live in these same fictional worlds that walk that same tightrope. Now that being said, with Ohranger, I feel like it's a little unfair, to talk about how it gets kind of silly and goofy because like we said, like the show it starts off with a serious tone because the plan was for it to be a darker, serious show
Hmm.
to kind of take a little bit back to Sentai's roots with
Hmm.
the professional military paramilitary unit. Well,
Yep.
they're not paramilitary; they're actually military in the show, but
No,
actual like
hardcore
official.
military.
Right, they fucking in this shit. So an actual like official group, but it was supposed to be the initial plan to be like an actually like gritty kind of like war type story with dealing with Earth desperately fighting against the machine empire. But
Hmm.
real world events like the Sarin subway thing and the Kobe
Earthquakes.
earthquake, yeah, caused the scripts to have to be rewritten. So we
Mhm.
didn't have like a drastic shift in tone. Like I want to say like around episode 9, episode 10, that's when you kind of notice the shift in the series a little bit. Cause like
Yeah,
it was pretty different because like they were like introducing elements slowly by slowly. Like we didn't see the mech until like what episode 6, 7.
it was like
Uh
okay, because like basically the first 10 episodes is literally set up because like Prime said, like the whole thing was okay. So the Machine Empire is invading Earth, and a lot of that had to do with there was a previous civilization that I mean it's a tale as old as time. They built robots to be servants, and the robot was like, "Yeah,
said
fuck you,
suck my dick. Let's go.
we're going to invade Earth." And basically, they came back 6 million years later, and they're invading Earth.
600 million.
600 million, yes, yes, 600 million, and they invading Earth, and basically the military has been preparing for this. And right off the bat, like you get Goro, he's overhead, like he comes in and saves his other four compatriots, and it's a badass entrance. I ain't gonna lie,
I was
like
gonna say it's gotta be one of my favorite Sentai Reds because he came to stand on business.
I see where Carter Grayson gets his inspiration because this
And
man,
you
bruh.
you know what I was just gonna say? I was gonna say it a little bit later, but like um I like Ohranger a lot. I don't know
Mhm.
if it's one of my favorite Sentais, but I like it a lot because like I like some of the military shit. in it,
Mhm.
like in Changeman or like Lightspeed Rescue.
Mhm.
And I can see why a lot of people wouldn't like the shows if they don't jibe or vibe with those type of themes in their superhero shows, which is fine
Yeah.
with you. That's you're allowed.
No,
That's fine. It's cool.
understandable.
But because I get down with that shit, like I like a lot of the stuff that Ohranger was doing when it kind of was serious. Now, one thing I absolutely feel like is that the tone and the vibe for the show that they wanted throughout was like the last three episodes, like the scene with the robots, like her. Like I feel like it's supposed to be kind of like a greedy survival show, like they're supposed to be like desperate, like
Yeah.
Earth's supposed to be like on this fighting against an oppressive force,
Mhm.
and and like I said, sadly, real world events caused that to not be the show. But I feel like because of the malleability of Sentai as a concept, it
Mhm.
was able to pretty much roll with it and adapt and change in the places where it needed to be. Now, unfortunately, that came at the expense of, again, the tone shifting because the
Mhm.
characters were they started off a lot more serious and became a little more a lot more, again, lighthearted. And it was really kind of weird, like watching some of the episodes because I felt like I was joking, like, was this like a Jew Ranger script they just repurposed? Like, what the fuck?
It really is. I mean, look, I said it offline. I said it offline. I was like, bro, throughout the whole series, the Machine Empire really was like team fuck them kids because they were
Man, what? What?
every episode. I'm like, oh, they about to bring just a punch a kid.
It was on site with children. Then when Ricky comes up, you're like, oh, I see why it's on site with kids.
You
They
understand? It's
holding
like,
that
well,
grudge. Like, oh, well, he's whooping y'all ass. I get it. I understand.
I understand. Kid whoop your ass. You gotta establish an authority here.
Right, you gotta
But
snatch the lunch money.
nah, over it, bro. His intro when it was literally on some Terminator 2, come with me if you want to live. He came in, like you said, probably he stood on business and was like, all right, bet. You want to get these powers? Let's go.
And not the fucking detransformation with the soul glow with the sweat and shit. Like, come on, Goro. Why
Bruh.
you glistening? Why you glistening, Goro? I see you shining over there, bro. I
Dude,
see you.
here's the sick part. And I don't want to make it like the Power Rangers Zero episode, but I was laughing because I can't believe the Halloween episode was literally just them reusing the first episode.
Oh, was that the one where
Adam was
was that the
like
one Tommy was
dreaming.
having that hallucination? Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, and Adam was like, yeah, you have to pick a ranger to fight the monster, and it was like, all right, I'll choose Tommy, and it's like, this is the first episode of Ohranger. Damn, wow, okay, I guess Saban found a way to reuse that first episode footage finally, because
Strong first episode, I might say.
dude, look, you ain't not lying. Folks, they do not get the Zords. Prime is right; they don't get it to like episode 10.
Right,
Because up until
right.
no, I would say actually it's really technically episode 7 when they
Cause yeah,
start.
because they're talking about building. Then there was like their fight when they sent the Sphinx and the Moa out.
Yeah, yeah. So it's literally like them. It's literally you see them building out like how the O Rangers get their powers because it's literally Overhead comes in there, defeats the monster straight up. Second episode, the other Rangers get the powers, which they quickly over the time of the episode just forget that there is a time sort of like because basically the powers that they're using is based off of ancient, powers and such. And basically it's kind of like if they when they use the powers, it takes a lot of the energy. As the show continues, that is non-existent. They just transform, and there's no
I was
like, oh
gonna
my
say,
god, the Power Rangers, the powers is draining us. It's just like, nah, they're just doing it like it's normal.
I was like, yeah, because the first couple episodes, every time they detransformed, they were like all fatigued and sweating,
I
breathing
need
and shit.
food badly, and
Right.
then now it's like,
I guess
nah, no,
afterwards,
we're
like,
good.
I guess they built up a tolerance. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Like,
fine with it. Look, that's a nitpick, but I'm not even. That's not even a complaint from me. It's just funny. It's like,
well, it is, but I feel like it could have been handled better if they maybe just acknowledged it or put a line like, "Hey,
yeah,
we're doing good with it." Like you don't introduce that element, then just pretend it doesn't exist anymore. You know what I mean?
it's like, so we just forgot about it, huh? It was literally like by the fourth episode, it was like, yeah, we just did this transform.
It's
It's
like, no,
cool.
we not gonna just fuck. We can't keep doing this shit.
It's cool. Also, I think I think the best thing about it too. Oh shit, this is not me. Yeah, the best thing about it too is that Yellow using her nunchucks, which I'm like, thank you. Which I hate standards
Also,
and practices in America. I hate it,
also, shout out to old Blue for being a straight savage with his tonfas, like literally slicing throats and shit. Like, come on, big dog.
bruh. Just straight up, just man. They really went savage with it. Like the Machine Empire. It's like I'm not on their side, but it's like okay, I get why you want beef with humans, but it's like, bro, like that's human 600 million years ago. Like now we're
Like,
good.
yeah, like I understand your Battlestar Galactica,
Hold on, go ahead.
and I said I totally understand your Battlestar Galactica phase there. I get it. I feel you. Um, but like, yeah, let this shit go. And like one thing that I also liked is the one of the themes that explored is about what is humanity,
Yeah.
and they kept talking about how like all the machines don't have hearts, they don't have feelings. Like I think it's like even the theme song, they said like they don't have blood or some shit or whatever. And when you watch the show, Bacchus Rav, or as I
Mhm.
call him, Robot Al Bundy, uh, like the dynamic he has with his family is like it's actually really fucking funny. Like they seem to be a really functional, caring family fucking unit. And then like that episode where the mad scientist who didn't like humans because his son got isekai by a truck, and he replaced him with a robot kid. Like, I'm sorry, y'all.
As,
Replaced him with a robot kid.
as you
Wait a minute. Wait, Prime. That second thing that you just said, wasn't that in reference to Time Ranger?
It could be. It could have been.
it could be.
No, it is.
It could
It
be.
is. Freaking Geen was originally a human. He wanted to become a robot, and so he did become a robot, and he became just evil for the sake of being evil because he's a robot.
To be fair, Sue, like
But then
even
technically, wouldn't that be a reference to Ohranger since Time Ranger came
Wow.
after?
Correct.
look, as you always do.
God, history repeating itself in Sentai form.
Look,
Seen it all.
I need to know how many tropes has been used in the history of TV and movies where kid dies, make him a robot.
I was going to say, like, isn't there a whole genre of anime about that? So
Look.
anyway, he's all talking. What was that?
No, keep on.
No. I was saying, yeah, you turn him into a robot. Somewhere in there is still old human person.
Isn't it just his brain waves is basically his son before the fucking the truck hit him, basically?
Yeah, like it's like there's none of his
You got
sons.
hit by a Toyota
copied.
pickup.
He said he copied his son's brain. So, damn, where was I going? I had a point I was trying to make. I got sidetracked.
Oh no, the family, Baracus. Yeah.
So one of the things about the show is like the machines don't have hearts, machines don't have emotions, but then they do a setup with that episode with the robot boy who still maintains his humanity, to set up the resolution of the conflict later on in the show.
Mhm.
Which I feel like it wasn't handled the best. It could have been done better. Like it doesn't come out of left field, but I wish that the show had done a little bit more to set it up, especially with Hysteria, because like you can see, like she really liked her family, and watching her family get dismantled in the way it did had an adverse effect on her.
I mean, yeah. Look, it's like your own son becomes a grown human, becomes a grown teenager to come out and take over for your dad, and then boom, gets killed. It's like, oh, well,
Bro, wasn't that
behind.
What you say?
No, I'm saying, wasn't that something? Like we literally saw the son have his own transa moment.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, he had his own little mini arc where it's like, I'll do what my dad couldn't do, and then it's like, oh, well, Yeah,
So
he
when
actually put the O'Rangers on the back foot for once. Goddamn.
yeah, as
Hey.
Tien, like as Ocean Dub Tien would say, you just wait till it grows back. In this kid's case, you just wait till I grow up, and I'm gonna take over.
Well, I mean, Prime
Oh, he
Benjamin,
was putting boots to ass for those 8 episodes, man.
He was,
bro.
and I'm
Look,
like, and when I saw that, I said, how long before this runs out of steam, and suddenly he just gets washed?
I think even before all this, I think one of the best episodes that I love was like the robot that was an amalgamation of all the previous robots that got killed.
Oh, yes, yes. And he's like, I only hate Bacchus Wrath, so like do whatever you want to me, but I'm gonna fuck him up.
It's like, nah, this is some bullshit, man. You don't care about us. I'm like, oh, he has sentience. He has a heart. Okay, then.
Now, to be fair, like Bacchus was a bastard. Like, let's just.
I mean, he is. I mean, come on. It just is what it is. But like I said, the fact that dude, it's to the point to where this is how much they really hate Ricky. He had his own monster that was a monster teamer already ready at the ready when Ricky returned. I was like, oh, he was already prepping for this. Okay, then.
That means like, how bad was Ricky beating their ass, man? Like he held that grudge, bro.
So that
Like,
pyramid.
can I see that motherfucker again?
Well, if you think about it, think about when Ricky first showed up and Henshin OCV, that straight OCV Henshin. He shows up, transforms, proceeds to embarrass villains this side of the 90s
I would be
for an
hating too.
entire episode.
I'd be hating too. Like, yo, this is some bullshit. Like,
Bro,
why
I
is
would be
this
so
happening?
mad that I'm like, yo, we are getting pieced out. We're getting we're getting pieced up by a child.
Oh,
Normally all 5 Rangers struggle against us. In comes this child who isekai'd his way into this level of power, and we're getting pieced out like this. What is life?
So I have to put this out here. Might as well do it. So Ohranger, Cocker Ranger. First team up that happened, and the last time that happened was Jack and Go Ranger. So this was kind of like the start of them doing kind of like team ups with like previous Sentai seasons after this that they started doing that. I thought that was always a thing up until I read up on that, and I was like, oh, so this was their first. Wow.
Right, and it kind of makes me upset because I really wanted to see what a Die Ranger, Jew Ranger would have looked like.
That would
Right?
be nice.
Right? Like I'm
Did you guys like the Barramobile from Car Ranger versus Ohranger?
I didn't see that. I need to watch that actually.
You haven't seen Car Ranger versus Ohranger, bro?
I have not
Oh,
seen
bro, that shit is cinema. You need to watch this shit as soon as possible.
it. Okay. Because you know what? That's the other reason probably why I feel some way about Shout Factory. I'm like, they could have put that in the DVDs, but maybe there's a rights issue with that.
It's always a rights issue, fucking Toei.
Yeah, it's Toei. They don't like people and they don't like money apparently.
But I never watched the Ohranger movie though.
I know it's floating around the internet somewhere.
You're good.
Like,
not missing anything.
You're not. You fine.
I mean, can we really say, for the most part, especially with all these, these early, like hell, just 90s in general, Sentai movies, outside of probably just the fights, like all the good fight scenes at that same quarry that they've been using since the 70s, outside of that, story wise is really not the strongest, and you're better off just scavenging for them on the internet, right, Prime?
Mostly,
yeah. Because it's mostly the suit actors. You're never going to see the actual characters out of suit.
Well, I think if in a lot of the team up movies, a lot of the team up movies, they'll have the actors there. Now, when it came to, I think the Dino seasons when they did it in Japan, I think there were certain ones where it's like, oh yeah, we're not seeing those old actors in that suit. You're just gonna get the suits and that's it.
Yeah, it depends. Yeah, it depends on the team up. Depends on the time frame.
Or sometimes if you in Gokaiger's case, it was kind of like I think they had Zhu Black popped up in like the last episode. That's the
Well,
actor, but not in the
that's a
suit.
funny case. Yeah, that's a funny case about that because like Gokaiger was like I don't want to say happy accident, but like there was gonna be like a lot less cameos, but then that the earthquake happened, and so a lot of the former actors wanted to volunteer to be back in the show.
Mhm.
So they had to like to do a bunch of different like random cameos like that to get them in because they wanted to show support and show the kids that
Mhm.
just do something positive for the children as you do.
But it worked, and it worked out so well.
Well, that's what he said. Happy accident.
That's
It's
what I'm
like, oh,
saying. It's, I mean, those
Like I don't want to say
tribute.
that sounds so fucking cruel. I don't want to say it
It
like
really
that.
does. It
It
really
sounds so
does.
fucking
But
horrible.
like, it really sounds terrible. But at the same time, if you grew up with this stuff, and holy crap, we get to have a tribute episodes to like some of the best Super Sentai that came out prior to this, and we actually get to see the actors and not just the suits. Yeah, that makes me happy.
I think the funnest thing about Ohranger 2 is that you get moments like, again, it's like I should be laughing at it, but I'm not laughing at it. Where the show has like many arcs. So obviously we talked about like the first like about 7, 8 episodes is kind of like the team getting their stuff in order, mecha and all that stuff, right? So the second part of the series, after you get past the Monster of the Day episodes and all that stuff, is when their main mecha gets destroyed and we get the Red Robo, right? So that's a little bit of a like 3-4 episode arc. What had me rolling with that episode was the boxing episode with the monster where both mechas, the Red Robo is sparring with their main mecha.
Right.
And I shouldn't be like, it's okay, it's goofy, but somehow it's like this works somehow. Like I don't know how and why it works, but it works.
Yes, Black Wing, the exercise bit. So that gif has been floating around for years with the with Pink and Yellow, Momo and Jury,
Yeah.
dancing with the mecha. And it's like out of context, that looks goofy, that looks silly. But in context of the show, the reason they're doing that is that the robots had just been repaired and they're testing reaction time and shit to make sure that all the joints and gears and shit are working properly on them.
Yeah, because like you said, out of context, you're like, the hell is this? And it's like, oh, well, that makes total sense.
I'm like, that's totally logical. That's actually kind of cool.
Also, Red Robo possibly having the spirit of the dead pilot inside of it.
As you do.
Because kids show.
Well, yeah, Zio was just like, it's on will leap. Tommy, you have to, get your mind right.
Also, by the way, Kamen Rider V3. Excuse me. Commander V3. Can I talk to you for a minute? Commander V3. Can I talk to you for a second? So we had a whole other robot just buried under some rocks. You just telling us this shit now. You just our Ranger. Why are you just not telling me this shit, bro?
Oh, by the way, it also can combine with your
Zubat, my man. Come on. Zubat, my man. Come on, man.
Big One. Why didn't you not tell us this?
Big One. You're just gonna just leave that out in the open like that. Just not gonna say shit about that, bro? For real?
Which, yeah, that does tie into what Prime was saying about like the way this show was written, because they wanted to get that Gold Ranger vibe for it, and that's why they got the Big One as the mentor for the group. That kind of like is a throwback. Which, to be honest, in any Toku show, you always going to get veteran suit actors popping up in the show in a mentor or supporting fashion. That's a staple, in a way. So it wasn't. So seeing him, and I was like, is that Big One? Oh, it is Big One. Well, damn, cool.
And again, he's came to stand on business.
Bro, he will pull out the blicky when he needs to.
That fucking last episode when he was fighting with Ricky, I'm like, is he going hand to hand with the? Oh, he really is. Okay, then.
Hey, he will put hands on the kid if he has to. You know this. Oh my god! Look, even past that, even with the out of context with the mecha suits and stuff, it's somehow that stuff still holds up. I ain't gonna lie, like the Zord formation and all that stuff. I'm like, god damn, why is this? This is like 1993, 94. Well, no, this is like 94,
95.
Yeah, 94, 95.
Oh, sorry, this was 95 to 96.
Yeah, 95, 96. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, 95, 96. Like that's crazy. And like there's a guy on YouTube that actually breaks down like a lot of the formations and stuff and just everything that they did even back in like 95, 96, where they were using early blue screen and then hiding all like the strings and stuff for them formation of all the mecha and all that stuff is actually still pretty amazing. How they did that.
Yeah.
Imagine going frame by frame, removing the wires.
Bruh. They're using Windows 95 PCs.
Exactly. It ain't necessarily going to work. I guarantee you, they probably looked at every single frame and said, okay, which is the most less obvious that we're seeing wires?
It's like what is the less work that we have to do for this to work?
They're like, damn it, the light's shining off that wire.
It's like bump it, they ain't going though. Which we
like cut. If anything, they cut that scene by like a third of a second.
It's like we're good. It's like we're good. That's all that matters and stuff.
It's like that was a full 2 seconds that we were going to use, but no, you can clearly see the wire, so we cut it down by a third.
Bro, man,
what was that? Don't worry about it.
Like I gotta like the other aspect of it too, besides just the characters and stuff, is just like how you get a little bit of details, a lot of the characters, like kind of backstories and stuff in terms of what they did before. Because I think it was Shohei, he was like a former boxer, and his trainer was like, "But you left the gym." Yeah, because I had other obligations like this military thing here. So can you help me box? Nah, get out. I'm like, okay. Well,
good
I guess
game, peace out.
Pretty much. It's like, so you're not gonna help me learn the super duper special boxing move to beat this monster. All right, cool. I guess I'll train over it over here.
Go home and be a family man.
Nah, let's go home and start learning. You know, that's all it is. That's really all it is.
Go home and pick up a book.
Fire up that Windows 95, baby.
Hey man, just dude, the fact that also like Prime mentioned, the fact that there's like, okay, so you have Robo Red. Oh, by the way, it can connect with your Zord, but we need a microchip that's in the Game Boy that the kid has. So
let me speaking easy.
The product placement was real.
It's like I let you figure that one out. I'm like, bruh, like what kind of, how did you mess that up? You put the dude, that's like putting
First of all,
it's like this. Is this the plot of Home Alone 3? Like we put a military chip in a racing car.
First of all, when there's like, oh, the chip got lost, maybe went on a rampage. So you mean that tiny little bitty ass chip fell out of that robot, and it fell right next to that chick praying at the grave to her fucking dead. Was it brother? Uncle?
Brother. It was a brother.
Bro, it was a brother. Her fucking dead brother.
Who may or may not whose spirit may or may not be in Robo Red. Can't confirm it.
Depends on what the plot needs Robo Red to do. So,
hey, look, gentlemen, I'm gonna need y'all to pick your battles because the Zeo version was not any better.
I mean, I could take Tommy needs to get his shit together and not think of his brother, you know, versus the spirit of somebody may or may not be in the ship. I don't know.
No, but you remember when they adapted that episode.
Well, then again, Tommy got his shit together by making the arrowhead whole, and apparently Tommy is Navajo. Didn't know.
Symbolism.
Symbol, yes.
Again, I'm not trying to make it a Zeo episode, but that is a very glaring thing. It's like, it's Tommy's Native American, huh?
Right, yeah, he is.
Sure.
Thomas Oliver, Native American. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
You know what? That wish is riding a bicycle. Sure. Sure.
You know what? Sue's right. We gotta pick our battles, but I'm still laughing.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm still laughing.
Battles,
Look. It is hilarious that they're the chief was sitting there like, I think the spirit of the brother is in the Robo Red. Can't really tell you. Just got to figure that one out on your own.
He's like, Chouriki, what are you gonna do about it?
Yeah.
It's like, are you even sure the spirit is in there?
It's like you have a dead guy's blood on your hands and you didn't tell him that the mecha is buried. I was waiting for Robo Red to get unearthed and there's like a skeleton of the brother still in the cockpit or something.
I was like, now keep in mind now. Chief Zubat also let his homeboy fall to his death and started raising his daughter.
Wait,
let's keep that in mind.
Wait, CJ, the way you described that, you asking for that Spider-Man No Way Home Iron Man hallucination.
It's like a skeleton inside the suit. Hey, Prime, to be fair though, I mean, he didn't have an arm free to pick up his boy. Even though when you look at the cliff's edge, I was like, that's a
I'm
weak
like,
fall.
I was gonna say, you both can probably just climb up together. I'm just saying, yo, but you just see the fall he took when he hit the ground, though. Like, bro, that shit caught me off guard. I was like, this is a children's show. Okay.
It is a 180 from Captain Mitchell having to make a Sophie's choice here with the devil. So,
Let me listen.
A lesser show would have had homeboy pop up with a cybernetic eye.
right?
Well, Prime, hold on. Once again, picking battles. I've seen falling animation. I've seen literal dummies.
The dummy.
Look,
it's 95. We gotta let some stuff ride here.
No, I'm just saying, it was the bounce that took me out, man. He went pop, pop.
No,
he double tapped the ground, bro. Come on.
No, bro, I'm saying go back. It's 1971 or 73. Kamen Rider. You want to see somebody get yeeted off a cliff and they're completely lifeless. The dummy. And the camera work has no problem showing the dummy.
Look. We even in America in the 90s, we did get away with a lot of dummy work. It's just we were so enthralled by explosions that we didn't see the dummy get.
CJ, this is the problem. Here's the problem. I'm supposed to be feeling for the victim that's falling.
Prime has it right though. He was double tapping on the ground, like bro, like he did.
The shot didn't break. That's not they killed me. They held the shot, and that motherfucker went bloop, bloop, bloop. I was like, oh my god,
right there. Japanese Spider-Man dummy says hi.
Oh,
you cannot make me no. It's very difficult for me to feel for a character when I see a literal dummy doing, like you said, Prime, double tapping off the ground.
Oh no, but I will say this though, Blackwing's right. Like the location choices for the battles were fun as hell. Like you made an empty industrial complex look dope as shit with the camera angles on the fights.
Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna say, I meant to tweet that when I was watching the show, and I was like, the Ohranger fights, man. They said, you know what? Motherfuckers keep talking about some Die Ranger. I better watch some fucking Ohranger grunt fights because they be getting in them ass. Like that tracking shot they did in episode damn, what one was that? That really dope ass long take they did.
Was it one of the earlier episodes?
No, I was like in I think the mid 30s.
I was gonna say that was mid.
Was it? Hold on. Was it right after? Because it was right. Was it right after King Ranger actually came onto the team proper?
He wasn't there, but I think it might have been.
Or was it after they got the 5 the giant robos?
Shit, I'm trying to remember, man. I just remember the tracking shot was dope as fuck because it had Pink was on top of a building, and it just scrolled through, and it stopped on Red Center fighting 3 of the our soldiers. Yeah,
I think it was right. Yeah, you know what? That's right after I don't know why I'm about to say Super Zeozords, but basically after they got, I think it was like, was it the Emperor's Final Challenge? I think it might have been that episode.
I think that might have been it. I think it might be, or that fucking overhead shot they did in the last episode when they were fighting in that hospital. Like, come on, bro, come on, them fights are fucking dope.
Man, what they could do back in 1995 with a lot of the tracking shots. I mean, look. Movies and shows still do those kind of shots to this day, but like to just see it in broad daylight with those suits and just the fighting, it just works.
Like I say, I have nothing but respect for the stunt crews on these shows, man.
Because that's a lot of work, and I mean, I'm pretty sure they had a lot of B-roll of all them fights in different angles and stuff when they did it. That's
right, because they don't get planning time to do them shits or stage them right. Oh, they get like three nickels to rub together, and they gotta have them shits out on a weekly fucking basis.
I mean, it ain't Blazar levels. We know what Blazar is working with, but
like 3 nickels, and you got 20 minutes of airtime.
You better get this right.
You get 2 takes at most. Make it work. Make it work. Make it work.
Look, and I think I had missed. I probably, I slipped up. I remember it was like, I think when we were about to do, was it Kaku Ranger or Die Ranger, I think. And I was talking about like, oh man, I wish movies did these kind of shots. And somebody was like, yeah, movies do it, but I think it's just the visuals of how they do it is a lot different in comparison to like the 90s and stuff, just the way it looks. And I was like, yeah, you're right. because they do those kind of
Mm.
shots anyway. I don't know why I'm tripping, but I don't know. It's just something raw about just seeing a daylight shot the way they do it. It pops.
I think it goes. Those type of shots is right up there with the beach shots. Anytime you see a fight scene on the beach with the Rangers,
I know that's a lot of work, especially with the water and having
Mhm.
to. Jesus,
but
that's
them beach shots be hitting though.
look. Let me ask y'all this.
that one when it was they're trying to kidnap the little girl and they're on the shore with
Yes.
the
Oh, yeah,
waves and
yeah.
shit. Oh,
Yeah.
that shit fucking beautiful.
Look, do y'all have a fave machine beast monster?
Bauer missile.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
I could hold on. I gotta pull them up real quick. The one that I actually liked,
I like Bomber the Great. You know, Bomber the Great.
Bomber the Great was a good one. Because the one I like, he actually showed up in other episodes, and I think he also showed up in the special as well. I'm trying to remember who was his name. He looked like a freaking rocket.
No, it ain't Bomber the Great, is it? Because Bomber the Great was the main
Louis
one.
Kaboom.
Louis Kaboom. It's not that one, is it? Or is it the other one?
Or is it Silo?
Hang on.
Because if it's Silo, that might be.
Bar
It might be. Yeah, Bar Missile.
He was one of them. Bar Missler was actually one of them.
Okay, Bar Missile. Yeah,
Bar Missler was one of them. But the other one, I don't know, where is he? No, not Bar Gear. Not Bar. Hell no, not Bar Fawcett.
Bar Pinocchio Killer was the one for me because Evil Pinocchio is always going to be funny as shit to watch.
Dope.
Bar Revenger was good for Bar Revenger was good for one episode.
I mean, that one Bar Fawcett was hilarious. Bar Goblin, I'm still laughing at just the way he just knocked the shit out of like Pink. She came in just like, nope, done.
Yeah, actually, it was Bomber the Great.
Okay, so Bomber the Great. Yeah, Bomber the Great. That's like I thought Zeo. Okay, for the longest time, I thought Saban was like reusing certain things for Bomber the Great, but the fact that he actually had like a little like 6-episode arc of being used, I was like, oh, okay. Well, he really did have arc. I thought Saban was just reusing and splicing stuff up. All right,
Nope.
cool.
Yep. 35 to 41.
Came in like fucking Game of Thrones. I want that chair.
I want the throne.
Or like a lesser version of the infighting of the Byram.
Right.
Pretty much. I mean, but nah, I still laugh. He had fucking Curious at the whim, like, oh, Kino's back. Get him right now. We got him.
He ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready for this.
Oh my god, man. Look, I'd like to know what was the military budget for all these old Ranger mechas, because look, Old Red, I think, was definitely the favorite because this man had the big wheel, which overkill much, but I'm not mad at it.
Hey, you're not gonna question the big wheel. You leave that alone, sir. That thing came in and did work, and you will respect it.
I kind of feel bad for the other Old Rangers because I'm like, so Old Red, the only one that can. I mean, I know he gave it to Old Blue for that one episode, but I'm like, Old Red he just gets his own weapons, huh? All right,
Hey,
cool.
man, when you're the leader, you got to have the best stuff.
I mean,
or in Saban's case, when you're the most popular character,
he stood on business. Look, Old Red, we said it before you joined it. Old Red stood on business episode 1. So you know what? Yeah.
Yes,
you're right.
10 toes down on ass beating.
10 toes down. I came here to do work. We got 3 minutes left in this show.
Uber rating 5 stars.
Uber rating 5 stars.
Bust out my Star Riser. Put boost the asses. Let's go.
And you better leave me a tip.
Also, I appreciate the Old Rangers shooting first, asking questions later too. That's I like.
Whenever they pulled up, the first thing you heard was King Blaster. They did not say shit. They weren't asking no fucking question. You ain't never lied. They were
It's like,
like,
hold up.
always strapped, ready
It's
to
like,
go.
hold up. We got blickies.
That's how I knew they were military. I was like, oh, they're military. They just like, I'm like, all right, well, shit, I can't blame you.
You know what? Clear.
Oh man, like you know, it is very strange to me. Like that, and that's probably like watching the final episode of this series. I'm not going to spoil it, but it's wild to me how we couldn't get any equivalent of this in Zio. And I think that kind of sucks because it's like, damn, we really could have had like this big blowout finale and we didn't get it.
You know? Right. That's one thing I always say. Like, I think Zio would be looked on a little more fondly if it had like a better conclusion or a definitive, like, ending.
Like, and not so much a passing of the torch and moving on to the next show because Saban used up all the footage.
Pretty much,
right. Zio just kind of stops.
It just
stops. Like there's really no ending.
It's like they go giant. They beat King Mondo, and it's like,
beat King Mondo, and the Machine Empire just dipped off into the great beyond, never to be seen again. Yeah, we're not going to show that footage because it's going to be kind of hard to,
we're gonna.
It's gonna be kind of hard to market this to children of freaking what's her face Hysteria, saying please watch after my child. Oh, I'm going to run off into this corner and activate the self-destruct.
But we also have to highlight Gunmason, aka Toward the Conqueror.
Orc the Conqueror.
Orc the Conqueror. I actually like that. He is technically like I can't say extra ranger. Could you call it?
I guess I'd say just ally,
Did he get a Gokaiger key though?
I think he did.
Okay, well, he's kind of like an extra ranger, but yeah, he basically was in prison in like a little tiki thing, and basically he comes kind of like a ninja, or kind of comes in and helps the Ohranger.
Yeah, I'm gonna say now. Order fist fight. Him or Zuban?
You said him or Zuban?
Who went in the fist fight in the backyard?
That's a tough one. I would kind of give it to Gunmason a little bit.
Okay.
Probably give it to him a little bit. I don't know, but where you stand at on it?
I would say Zuban, mostly because you can probably easily distract Gummajin. He'll get sidetracked real easily. And Zuban would just come to stand on business with them sucker punches.
That is true. That is true.
Gummajin. This man's all about honor and courage, so he gonna give you that fair fight on some Dinobot shit.
It's true.
That's true. That's
true.
So technically, you got the trickery on your side. That deception is on your side. You be like, hey, look over there. There's a wounded kitten, and he's gonna look.
Say all Zuban gonna do is go Zuban Zoo. He gonna go what? Zuban. He's like catch with that quick right sucker punch. It's over.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You know, it's also a thing too when I think so basically once you get past the King Ranger arc, which once he joins the team, you get the other arc.
Technically, he didn't join the team. He told y'all to kick rocks. I'm only here to protect Durin.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, true. You're right, but it's a means to an end kind of thing. Like, all right, I guess I'm here. Fine.
Sir, he knew his own assignment.
Well, I mean, his assignment was to protect her.
Exactly. Basically. Meaning you Ohringers. Yeah, whatever.
Get the hell out.
Technically, by the ancestors of a certain Dragon Ranger, I could OCV you all right now. But we're not going to be about that action. I got other plans.
I'm just laughing because again, the chief has these old blockers there, and I'm like, so you just had these giant machines over here.
Again, big one. Can we talk for a minute? So You just got these robots just sitting in the basement. You just not gonna tell us you building shit. You just off screen, just doing Zubat shit for real. Okay, cool.
It's like we're just
Prime,
keeping chill here.
like look, Prime. Don't worry about that.
There's a simple explanation for that.
Don't worry about that. That's the explanation.
Hey, the chief literally just sat there and said, "Yeah, so they got these giant monster mechas that are way more powerful than your weapons. Yeah, I got these machines down here in the deeper basement that you could use." And I'm
I
like,
only call on them on times of great need.
I.e., I got a phone call from the Bandai executive saying we need to
We
shore up
need
them
to-
sales real quick.
We need to push some more toys.
Like,
they're
hold on,
five.
it's
They're
been
five
6
individual.
episodes.
It's like,
I ain't
no,
seen no new toys. What's going on?
it's like the last toy we get was the King Ranger staff, so we need more toys. What about Mecha? Yes, put those out right
Let's
now.
get a 1/1 King Pyramider.
You know what? Now that you think about it, Prime, you just brought up a good point, because think about it. The first 7-8 episodes is introducing more toys for kids, you know, the weapons and the mecha. Then we get a brief period of no new things, and they're like, "Hey, we need more stuff." Red Robo, yes.
You would think they would have, but you would think that Bandai would have learned after Kaku Ranger.
They did. That's what
I'm saying. Like, I mean, because that's what I'm saying. Like, think about it. In Kaku Ranger, you had how many freaking mechs?
3.
3 different types of mechs.
You had the individual ones where they were like basically without armor. Then you
Yeah.
had the Shogun Zord where it was
Yep.
separate, and then you had the
The
ninja
Ninja
one,
Zord.
the Ninja Zords, and that's not even counting the individual weapons and the Falcon. Yeah, they knew how to space
Ninja
that out.
Man,
Yeah, Ninja Man.
Yeah,
Yep.
Ninja Man.
the
Yeah.
motorcycles, the bus,
Yes.
Oh yeah, the Shark Cycles.
Like
Yeah.
the Shark Cycles.
Forgot about that.
the cannons. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they knew, like, okay, we can do this. We just gotta pace this the right way. You know, we only have 1 year and 1 Christmas to get all this stuff out there for the kids.
And I absolutely love the fact, because it's a military organization, like they really didn't even try to give an explanation of where half that shit came from.
They just
like,
said
yeah,
we
here you
got
go.
we just got
we got it.
ancient shapes, and we somehow got some powers from them, and boom, here's your powers. Have fun.
Here you go.
I-
We
I'm
studied it.
still- I'm still of that. I'm still, still back here saying, hey, Hasbro, can we get that 1/1 King Pyramider?
You're asking a lot, sir.
I'm asking. Yes, I know. I'm aware of that, but they're Hasbro. You got the money.
I mean, you're
We
right.
just
but
we just got off a Hasbro rant. Please don't get me started.
thank you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I came in late for that, but I'm just saying. Can we get that? You can do stuff with them.
Did you like how randomly the Olay bazooka just became part of their arsenal?
Right. Again, out of nowhere. Like, here you go.
I was like, hold on. When did this get introduced? I'm like, I'm not mad, but like, hold on. They got what?
And they just
what?
summoned it. I was like, wait, he didn't say like, hey, I'm building this. They're just like Ole Bazooka. Like, what the fuck? What?
You literally
Wait,
destroyed.
where?
Which, okay, your power blaster that you combine all your weapons, you killed a whole giant monster with that. So
Twice,
like,
twice, I believe.
twice they did that. So the Ole bazooka, you didn't think the. All right, cool, got you.
Hey, Ole Bazooka was nice though.
Okay, cool.
And also, I'm actually surprised they didn't do a scene where they fired both of the weapons at once. Like, you thought that would have been a way they would have defeated one of the generals. No,
Prime, my boner can only get so hard at that idea of that. You can't just say that and think that that's gonna be.
I'm gonna say you give Ricky the combined weapon one, they get the Ole Bazooka on both sides. I'm just saying.
I mean, that sounds like a Mega Ranger sort of thing that they end up doing eventually. Damn, they did do that in Mega Ranger. Yeah, Mega Ranger, they really did do that.
Hey man, power of the king stick.
Look, man, look. I just want to know, like, who was there in the during the pre-design stage of the giant roller? It's like, all right, here's what we got: giant wheel, destroys monsters. What do you think?
I'm fine with that.
No, I'm fine with it too, but I'm just
No,
saying.
I'm saying I have no issue with that because again, this is
No, I'm talking about the one scientist that actually pushed back on that idea.
yeah.
They told him to get the hell out because he has no vision.
I mean, just dude, it's a giant wheel. Think about it. Think
Press
about
the
how
button that kills, and that's
think,
it.
No, think about how embarrassing the monster is gonna feel to know that it got killed by a giant wheel.
Bro, the one episode was it which one was it? Was it the sleepy monster, the sleeper robot, or it was one of them where they showed the monster like afraid of the giant wheel charging at him. I'm like, that wheel is like double the size of the monster. Yeah, I feel you, guy, but you had to go. Sorry. Just is what it is, you know. Because even Old Blocker, the main like mech, it looked like it towers over other monsters, but yet like the one episode where they had all three of the mechas, I was like, but they're the same size. I'm confused here.
Don't question it. Just consume product and be excited for more product.
I mean,
It's military grade. Don't worry about it. Don't worry
That
about it.
too.
I mean, goes bowling with the the mini wheel. That's great.
You know, I know a lot of people would be annoyed by that.
We only take
But,
it out
like-
on the weekends.
I'm sorry. I love shit like that, like the bowling strike or like fucking laser
Bruh,
fuel or
it's
the Pele Megazord. Like I love that shit.
bro.
I'm sorry.
I will forever stand Pele Megazord from Ohranger. I'm like, bro, like, come on, bro. Like, come on.
I love that shit, man. I'm sorry.
That's how you defeat the monster.
I'm not ashamed.
And bowl. I'm like, well, he got a strike. He killed him.
Or fucking Chouriki Ranger doing his fucking Jose Canseco. I fucking love that shit, man. Fucking love it.
Bro, I like, dude, that whole military industrial, bro, and that's not even counting like the regular vehicles that they occasionally will bring out before they bring out the mechas and stuff. I'm like, oh, all right, cool, got you. Dope ass fucking motorcycles too. Too
I'm
bad
saying.
King Ranger. Too bad King Ranger didn't get one.
Hey, Black Wing brought up a good question. We forgetting the special one, Tackle Boy.
Ah, yes, Tackle Boy.
How we feeling about Tackle Boy?
I like it.
We
I
feeling
mean,
good.
I'm feeling very good. I mean, just the idea of it is just hilarious. It's like, all right, cool. That's what we're doing.
Like-
Gotcha.
Keep in mind when I saw
So you saw the fucking the wheel and was like, we got to make that a robot. We just have
Yes.
to. Like,
Yes.
it's 2-in-1, baby. It's 2-in-1.
Hey, they
exactly how powerful should we make this wheel once it becomes a robot? Yes.
it's like, that's not an answer. Yes.
Just yes.
Who's gonna pilot it? Who's gonna do what now?
we don't pilot that. No, it's
We
just
don't.
AI. That's what that's all.
Hey.
The ghost jumped over. It's okay. We're good.
Robo Red's ghost, the brother just popped up in the wheel. We're good.
We're fine. He's good. He's good. He said he likes it more. He's more mobile. He's more compact. Has better bed space now. He's good. He's good.
Oh my god, man! And again, this is one of those again in the spirit of we need more toys. It pops up like during the back half of the season and stuff. There's like we need more toys. Tackle Boy, yes.
Not to slander, but like if you compare him to the other mecha, it felt like they were just scraping the bottom to make a toy real quick. I'm sorry. I love Tackle Boy. I love it. I just talked about I love the finishing move.
You coming off of Old Blocker, and they're like, how could we really top Old Blocker? Tackle Boy, really?
Tackle Boy was only in what 6 episodes?
No, it was like episode 37 or 38 onward.
No,
he was on it.
I'm talking about warrior form. Like Tackle Boy warrior form only appears in episode 36, 41, 43 to 45, and 48.
Oh, so yeah, I'm not counting the weird. Yeah, you're right. So that's like, that's why I said the back half of the series it just popped up. I'm like, wow, they really were scraping the bottom of the barrel on.
I mean, is it bad that Tetra Boy got more respect than Tackle Boy?
I was going to say, what was the one from GoGo 5 called?
I forgot the one from GoGo 5. I just remember the one from Jetman.
Oh, the solar
Boy?
the solar shuttle.
Yeah. What was it called? Damn, was that Solar Boy? What's the fucking called? Fuck. That got more respect. They called that their fucking sixth ranger.
Gee.
Hey, look, Saban was like, hey, Ryan gonna get a mecha by hook or crook.
Liner Boy. Thank you, Blackwing. I
Liner.
appreciate you.
Yeah, Liner Boy, yeah, because the shuttle basically took these super trains up into space. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, damn, Gogo V really did have a lot of mechas. Fuck.
I want to say, Daddy Colonel Sanders had that scientist gun popping off it.
Daddy Colonels.
He really was.
We get the Go-Go V. I swear to God, I'm just gonna make the picture of just him, and I'm just gonna have Colonel Sanders. That's gonna be the YouTube
Rescue
thumbnail.
chicken.
Rescue chicken. We got 36 herbs and spices. How about 36 Zords?
See, this is the imagination that America could never have.
See, Prime's with me on that one. 36 herbs and spices meets 36 Zords.
36 mechs, baby. Let's go.
36 mechs.
Original and spicy.
Original and extra crispy.
Yo, can you imagine? You imagine, like, bro, the military budget for these Ohrangers, like, hey, like, what are we spending $500 million for?
Wait, hey Prime, which mech would serve as the mech equivalent of the Double Down?
The fucking black solar one. No question.
That was the Double Down. It's two mechs on top of each other.
It shouldn't work, but it works.
It shouldn't. It's a terrible idea. It looks like it could go wrong at any moment.
And yet it's still chaotically
it's
good.
And yet it doesn't. It's crispy.
It's like, why? Like, why are we choosing violence?
This is why
Nature sponsored violence, mind you.
I just want people to understand, like, this is why, like, literally, like, in real life, like, they, again, I'm not taking anything away from, like, you know how stuff is done here in America, but it's like the imagination of just doing that here for an American toku show would just be non-existent. It's like, nah, we're just gonna do this just as we can. Fuck it, let's go,
bro. You do realize if they actually went through with that idea, KFC getting the best check and push that they would ever get.
The greatest of pushes.
You be watching the episode, you be like, damn, I want some KFC now.
I can show you some chicken tenders right about now.
It's like, let's go.
It's like, I'm gonna go get me 2 snack wraps and come back in time.
Get some wedges and some coleslaw, man. Hold on, my show about to start.
It's like commercial break. Let me go get a snack wrap. I'll be right back.
Assalamu alaikum. Done. Oh man, you know what? It's kind of interesting that Saban didn't use the King brace for Jason. That felt like missed opportunity. Missed opportunity.
I mean,
on that one.
They sold that motherfucker.
I know, right? Yeah, I mean, I have it in my closet. I'm living proof of this. So it's like, so you couldn't just give Jason that, huh? Papa John don't got. That's one less more for Papa John doesn't have. So you know.
I mean, wasn't bringing him back kind of like a weird last minute thing in the first place?
In a way, considering that he left the show because he, wasn't getting paid his just due. So
and yet he came back to be the Gold Ranger.
Well, Saban pulled the Thanos. What did I give you? Back to me.
Back to me. That man said, "Screw this."
Wait, wasn't that the other way around? And they come to him.
Yeah, they did come to him. They came to him. Like, come on, Jason, we need you. It's like, how much you paying me? I need more.
It's like, fine, we'll give you this much.
And I want the garlic knots.
And I want to be the main character in the next Power Ranger show.
Pump your brakes there, buddy.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
It's like we'll talk about that later. We're not gonna do that.
See us
You
after
get a
the
new suit in the movie cameo, and you'll fucking like it.
Hey, but put it this way: you get to choke out JDF
Sold for free.
for free.
I would have did that shit for free. What are you talking about? It's like fuck Sag Skill. I do it for free, buddy.
He's like, I'll do it for free. I'll never forget we asked him that at Ranger Stop.
Dude, that smirk told me all. He didn't even need to go into his backstory on that. The smirk so told me everything. I'm like, oh, he enjoyed that.
I was like, yeah. I looked at you, CJ. I said, oh yeah, he wanted to do that shit.
It's like done. Oh my god, man!
Like that wasn't acting. There was some realism in there.
No, but Prime, you brought up a good point earlier about like just a lot of the stuff behind the scenes with Ohranger. Despite it definitely, because apparently this was like one of the lowest rated of the Sentai around that time.
Oh, fucking low.
4.5%.
And somebody had brought it. I think it was. Hold up, 'cause I'm bringing it up now because somebody had asked like about what was it? Hold on, let me bring it up. Because it was pretty much about like because of how dark. Yeah, Mad Chocolate was saying because of how dark this season got at times, is it kind of glossed over for the sometimes lighthearted Kaku Ranger before it, and especially Car Ranger after it. I don't know if it's glossed over. I think people do remember it, and maybe it could be because of Zio, probably.
Yeah, mostly because I would say because of Zio.
Not for Japan, for us, yes, but like I say, it was the lowest rated.
But the toys made up. The toy sales made up for it big time. So
yes, it hit its target demographic, and it hit them hard. Like apparently the kids really dug it, and they bought the toys, and that's really the reason we're all here for. So
yeah.
It's funny how 2 years later, the ratings would jump back up when Mega Ranger showed up.
Yeah, because I mean, did Car Ranger have? I mean, I'm assuming it had like a little bit of higher ratings than
Car Ranger. Like so, Ohranger was what was it? 5.4.
I think it was like 5.4.
No, it was 4.5% on the average, and Car Ranger was 4.8.
So it's like slightly.
It's like a 0.3% increase, but it was enough to make people forget.
It's like, all right, cool. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it is kind of interesting because, like I said, after they got the mecha, like the dark aspects of it, at least it felt like it just kind of went away. Even though they still because you still even with that, you still had episodes where it was like, oh no, they still had some serious moments and things were happening, but it's just like, all right, it kept its tone from beginning to end, and stayed the course at least and stuff. So maybe that was kind of the big thing that probably, I ain't gonna say turn people off, but just kind of like, I'm fine with it.
Also, it also doesn't. Also, you really can't help the fact that Car Ranger gave us some eye candy
and toys,
eye candy and toys.
I mean, which that is the lifeblood of everything anyway. So it makes perfect sense.
It's really the lifeblood of any Sentai. I mean, you give the older demographic something nice to look at, and the younger demographic toys to play with. Oh, you're gonna have a really high rated show.
Yeah, that is definitely true. But yeah, I definitely need to catch Car Ranger versus Ohranger. That I really am kind of curious on, like, because apparently a lot of these older movies did get Blu-ray releases like about like 3-4 years ago. So I need to kind of track down to see like how that actually works in terms of getting those things.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend you see Ohranger, Car Ranger, because that's one of my favorite versus movies.
Yeah. So, did y'all have a fave episode?
Ooh, good question. I like the. It's gonna make me sound like a pervert. I mean, y'all
The beach
y'all know
episode?
what I'm about. The beach episode. Y'all know what I'm about. You all know who I am.
I knew it. I was like, Prime gonna say beach episode. I know it. I know it. I know it. And then boom, beach
Mostly
episode.
because it was fucking funny, and I'm a jury simp, so it's all good.
I mean, she pulled out the blicky and
real quick.
I mean, I
she
don't
was
fault you.
dismantling niggas. She was dismantling them niggas. That whole episode.
I would say the beach, and then I would say episodes 39, 46, and of course the final episode.
I know from mine's was Robo Red's debut, that whole thing, and home delivery diet.
Home delivery diet, that was a good one.
That shit had me dying laughing at just the ridiculousness of it. Like, this is funny.
And I'll say, I mean, while it might not necessarily be like, you know, super favorite episode, my favorite moment by far was King Ranger's OCV, his debut.
Bro, like that look, it is amazing how even in Zeo they still kept that same energy of Gold Ranger just rolling in there and just beating the shit out of everybody. I was like, yes, thank you.
And you know, and that kind of set didn't that kind of set a trend, starting with Zyuranger, of anytime a sixth Ranger shows up, they just overshadow the original five.
I will see. That's the thing. Even
they get at least one episode to do it.
Well, that's all you really need, because you got to establish the tone and stuff. Because I mean, even with King Ranger being on the team, putting in quotes here, like it never felt like he overshadowed the other team, but you just knew, okay, they're about to get in some tough stuff. Boom, King Ranger's there to save the day.
We need our ally. We need our unofficial sixth Ranger.
It's like we need him there now. Be done with it, and that's that. So you know, it's there. I had to read this because this is from the Ultraman Guy episode, because I don't think I read it. Very fun episode, guys. Well done. Ultraman Gaia is what happens when you take the elements of Thunderbirds and Nick Fury, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and use them to make an outstanding Ultraman series. That alone makes Ultraman Gaia my favorite Ultraman series, followed by Ultraman Nexus and Ultraman Zero.
Dope.
Cool. And, somebody said Forever Yellow from the Yellow Ranger panel that I did at BlurCon. So there's that. Have to read this too, because this is hilarious. For my G.I. Joe episode, D's Cobra Commander Starscream voice slays me, but Prime's Destro is on point.
Appreciate it. But of course, Cabardo.
I'm kind of sad Sue couldn't join us for that one, but that was that episode. We were dead fucking having fun on that one. So
yeah, I had
life be lifing.
Nah, I was gonna say I was Rick Grimes, Rick Grimes that day, man. Stuff and things. It was straight stuff and things that day.
Did you do you mean your puns by saying that?
No, I didn't. No pun intended. Dude, I was just busy.
But yeah,
no meetings. I was in no meetings.
But yeah, folks, if you get a chance to, definitely buy Ohranger. You can basically cop it on Amazon. I think it goes for.
They actually started lowering the price on these Shout Factory releases on Amazon. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean it's yeah.
Because before them shits was going for like damn near $40-$50. Now they've dropped down to like $32, $35. Some I think I saw as cheap as $20.
Snatch them. And if you can't afford it right now, like I said before, it's on Tubi for free. Tubi and Pluto.
Bro, Tubi, Pluto, and I believe and of course Shout Factory's website.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, Ohranger Shout Factory, $47.77. You can get it on eBay for $22.50. So there's that.
What's the shipping price?
Shipping price $4.
$4 shipping? Yeah, get on that eBay.
Yeah, get on eBay.
However, I will say this to anyone that's interested in picking up these like these DVDs and Blu-rays and whatnot, especially the Super Sentai stuff, because of the packaging and the way that they package the disc. CJ, you would know. You have a number of them.
Me and Prime have known this. I think we know what we're about to get to.
Like when you get them shits, you gotta pray to whoever you pray to that the moment you open that case up, that it's not a jubilee of horrible quality assurance.
Yeah, depending on how they deliver it.
Because the plastic be plasticking,
bro. Like it's yeah. So if you can do that, I will definitely, if I find where I can find the crossover movies, I will definitely probably provide the link for everyone to definitely get them. Because I mean, look, if you have a PlayStation region free, you can just pop it in and just watch, no problem. So, before we go though, have to point out here again, it's Toku. Are both of you guys watching Monarch Legacy of Monsters?
I am 3 episodes behind.
Okay. I'm digging it. How are you guys?
I'm only in like the first 2 episodes. It's good. I really want to just wait till the season is done and then just binge it.
Same here. Like I can't keep doing this week to week shit.
Right. Got too much stuff.
Can't go old school with this.
You know what?
Nah, I gotta binge it.
Hey, Blackwing, RIP to your set, sir.
Oh, what happened?
Deck Arranger DVD and Time Force got cracked in it.
Oof.
RIP, sir. RIP.
Yeah. So yeah, we're ringing in the new year. More from
F in the chat.
Yeah, no, press F. We're ringing in a new year. Next year, 2024. Prime is not going to like this, but we're getting Down of Fury and Cosmic Fury out the way.
I know the streets are demanding it. I know the streets
need it. Streets are demanding.
The streets got to pay me, bro. Hold on. Hold on.
There ain't enough money in the world, son.
That's just the way it is, pimp.
I mean, I get it. I totally understand. I totally understand. Yeah, so we'll figure out something that we'll work it out, but we're definitely going to kick off next year with getting Down to Fury and Cosmic Fury out the way.
Wait, we're doing both in one go. We're just going to do the
might as well. I don't want to break the suspense because Prime will be like, well, we could just get Cosmic Fury, CJ, and I'm like, you're right. So let's just do it all in one hit. You know, the highs and lows. Because I mean, look, I said it before. As Cosmic Fury as a show that's a continuation of Down to Fury, great. As a show that is representative, that's supposed to be representative of the anniversary of Power Rangers,
and the final season.
Oof.
So let's pull back that target card real quick. Yeah, not a single bullet hit the bullseye.
It's like they ducked and dodged the obvious stuff that they should have did, and they just chose not to.
They went straight Matrix, son.
But you know, hey, Laura Zed, yay.
But you know, it's a kids show. We're not the target audience though.
Not the target audience, you know.
As we put in Billy and Lauren Zed and make a bunch of SPD. You fucking cunt. You fucking schmuck.
They put Billy in.
Goddamn Schlemiel.
They put Billy and my man from fucking Ninja Steel in, but they were like, "No, we're gonna name drop these other Rangers that are helping around the universe.
We're gonna name drop, but it's not for the fans though. This is a children's show. You're not the target audience. You motherfucking schmuck."
I saw the writing on the wall when there's this big battle and stuff, dope camera angles when they're fighting, and I'm like, "What the fuck is Billy doing here?"
Hey, CJ, I think Blackwing got a point.
No, it's just, hey, look.
Right? No, he's like, why do you have to put yourselves through that?
Look. We do it because nobody else is gonna do it, and you know, hey, I like being the first. You know,
hey, Blackwing, let the man throw himself on that sword, okay?
Look. We did this. Look, this is gonna be, because it ain't gonna be easy. It's gonna be other people that are gonna ask. So fuck it. Might as well give the people what they want.
Uber eats me some alcohol. Street's gonna have to pay me, man. I'm sorry. Ain't no way, dog.
And he wants it delivered. And he wants his Uber delivery driver to be rocking a Sentai suit.
Here's how sick our fan base is. Prime was threatened with a delivery of Naomi on Blu-ray.
Oh,
They can't give it to me twice.
When Prime said, "Hey, somebody sent me the whole Naomi season," I was like, "Get out of here!" Somebody willingly paid money.
Sent that shit direct to my. First of all, how the fuck you get my address? First of all,
this man Prime out here getting doxxed.
That is doxed.
You Prime, you got doxxed, son.
and when that shit felt like a threat, like what the fuck does this mean?
A man got fucking damn swatted. Like, yo,
Hold on, bro.
He said, Prime, you will review this.
Right. Right.
So you guys go review Naomi? I don't know, man.
Here's the Blu-ray.
I mean, it is 5 episodes. How painful could it be? two seconds later, no.
You got the Mega Man death sound.
It's like Naomi gave me AIDS. Why?
Get hit with anthrax and DVD form.
Anthrax and DVD form.
Got anthrax. How the hell that happened?
I got video COVID.
Video COVID, son. Oh, what?
Delta version.
Omicron on mini disc,
Bro, right? Like, look. We have been through the Arrowverse and the highs and lows. Naomi is just like, why are you existing? Like, you didn't even justify yourself here.
And somebody got mad at me when I said, I'm upset that this motherfucker jumped her way to the top of the line. It's like, oh, it doesn't matter if the character doesn't have any history. That's not what I fucking said.
That's not how this works.
That is not how that's.
Somebody tried to really argue me down when I was like, why did they be giving the show when she barely even has a history? She just got
You don't have to adapt anything. First of all, shut your monkey ass up. First of all, number one.
Dude, Riri just has like 4 years of history, and it's like, all right, I can see you justifying a show. Fine, 4 years of history, got you. But Naomi,
what they're probably gonna do for Riri is gonna like just co-op some old Iron Man storylines and give to her.
But
I mean, right now.
That's the thing. At least there's a basis. But Naomi is like, she didn't even get an issue of a story, and you just gave her a show. Why? It's like, you got to establish something before you just do a show. Here.
Like, CJ, if I speak,
at least Painkiller having a show and justify the existence. That's an established character. It's a lowly character, but fuck, it's a character we know.
He got more years on fucking Naomi. I say that fucking.
Thank you. Oh my god, man. But anyways, but yeah, that's what we're gonna kick our year off on. I'm gonna try to get Rolliver on to kind of balance everything out and stuff, so Prime isn't, feeling like he has to begrudgingly talk about Cosmic Fury. It's like, say something good, Prime. It's a show. It's like, all right.
We're gonna have to open the Patreon or something. I'm dead ass serious. I'm not joking. Nigga, I'm dead ass. I'm being dead ass for real right now, bro. Nah, man.
We'll figure something out. Something out.
Somebody ship this man some bison dollars.
Don't do that. Don't do that to that man. Don't do that to that man. Then again, bison dollars have more worth than what we got. So you're right.
Right.
There was more worth on that paper than there was on that Naomi DVD.
Bro, like, shit. If you sat there and said, I got paid in Naomi DVDs, I'll punch you in the face. Like, bro, give me bison dollars.
I wouldn't even use that shit as a damn coaster.
I might use it as a coaster.
I wouldn't, because that means I gotta
go slip and fall off.
Like, nah, I wouldn't use it because that means I gotta look at it when I take it out.
I'm sorry, when they posted that video of old girl flying, I was like, I don't want nobody to ever say shit about MCU special effects. Holy
I don't want
crap.
anybody to say shit about Kamen Rider special effects.
Thank you.
Y'all shut the fuck up.
The way I was getting in the theater and Shin Kamen Rider, I'm like, I don't give a what bad special effects. Bump that.
No, that was no, sir. First of all, Shin Kamen Rider was once again the same thing as as Godzilla -1. This is what happens when a country knows its budget and uses it effectively.
Did you
CW,
see that
fuck that
fucking
shit.
quote from the director? It was like, they're like, oh, the movie cost us 15 million. He said, I wish we had 15 million.
Which again, I have to tell people this. You might be admirable about that, but they outsourced that shit. You like,
Yeah, they did. They
to the
definitely
to the
outsourced.
cheapest bidder. Now, for better or worse,
The cheapest bidder that actually got the job done.
for better or worse, you can't do that in America because,
No,
like, nah, because labor laws and all that. Like Johnny living in fucking Montana is not going to cheap. It's not going to go for cheap labor for
plus
his
when
work.
when they know who the client is, they're gonna be like, nah, y'all got money.
Thank you. Right, like I feel Japan operates on a different scale where it's like I'm doing this for Godzilla. Fine, fuck
We're
it. I'll
doing
do
it for the
this
Big G. 70 years.
Big G holds more weight than like $1 million. So
It's like, you do realize that you will be immortalized in Godzilla history by working on said product.
yeah, you tell Johnny in America, they'd be like, yeah, fuck that. Give me my money.
I need all my money.
It's like Big G can kiss my ass. Give me money right now.
It's like, is Big G gonna pay my bills?
Is he gonna keep me from being evicted? No, then nah. Run the money right now,
I got child support payments.
bro. This is the sick part. There's somebody probably working visual effects in America that got child support payments. So, yeah,
I gotta pay like 10 cents a bag at the grocery store.
that's another rant, sir. Don't do this to me. I'm already knocking on 40, about ready to go on an old man rant on being charged 10 cents for a damn bag. Like, bro, why? Groceries are already high. Now you charging me 10 cents for a bag. Like,
Bruh. I just came from Target today. Don't even get me started.
it's like Collectibles lucky PayPal 4 is great, because otherwise I'd be looking at them toys like I wish.
Ooh.
But anyways, that is us talking about Ohranger. We will see you folks next year. Hope you have a great 2023. We're going to go into the great beyond of 2024 with no new Power Rangers. Yay.
Thanks, Hasbro.
Thanks, Simon.
See, now you start shit. Now you don't want to start shit.
We got you guys later. Peace.
Wiedersehen.